Chances are that this is not the first self-improvement video you are watching today. We live in a world whose currency is not the dollar or the euro. The top currency today, without a doubt, is your attention. Everything has and will continue to be designed in a way that gets you hooked on a certain product, a certain video, and so on. Self-improvement videos are no different. This is not to say that you should stop watching self-improvement videos altogether, but learn to use them correctly, because over time, without even realizing it, you expose yourself to so much content that it becomes nothing short of overstimulation. Here are 3 principles you must keep in your mind at all times to make sure the self-improvement videos actually work. Number 1. Understand that there is no magic pill. The self-improvement world is full of these magic hacks and magic formulas that seem attractive. This is what you call the shiny gold syndrome. You will be pulled to the right and to the left to try this or that to build up your discipline, even though that's all well and true. But ultimately, it comes down to you to put in the work. Start by understanding the concept of overstimulation. We have 5 senses, and you never want to overstimulate any of them. Overstimulation is when you take in more information than your brain can handle. Think about it. Out of the past 100 videos or so on self-improvement you have watched, how much of that information do you still remember? Close your eyes for a second and reflect on this question. Which man ultimately wins? The man who watches all these different motivation videos and doesn't remember a single thing by the end of it all because he has overstimulated himself, or the man that knows there is no magic pill and ultimately uses that time to put in the hard work? Once again, there is nothing wrong with watching self-improvement videos. In fact, they are one of the best pieces of content you can watch to kickstart your life, and is much more helpful than a lot of other content out there. But make sure that you never overindulge. Never overstimulate yourself. You might watch one video and learn a valuable lesson from it. Instead of quickly moving on to the next video, ask yourself how this advice fits in your life, how you can apply it to yourself, and begin working on it right away. Number 2. Watching a lot of self-improvement videos without putting them into action will put you into a compulsive cycle of procrastination. There is a special word for this as well. It's called action faking. Let's suppose you have an assignment you know you should be working on. You don't even want to open your marking criteria. So what do? You go on the internet to search up how to stop procrastinating. At this stage, you may binge watch through a lot of self-help and motivation videos, but are you really fixing the root problem? No. This is why action faking is one of the worst types of procrastination, because if you don't know about it, you will continue to find a way to escape your root problem, while justifying it with another work you start doing. You end up confusing your brain between being busy and making actual progress. Sure, you may have learned a thing or two about what is procrastination, but once again, if you are not putting it into practice, it's of no use. This is exactly why you will come across many men in your life who might know about a lot of discipline habits. They might tell you everything you want to hear about seed retention or the benefits of cold showers. But when you look at them, they look like your average Joe. Remember, brothers, knowledge without action is useless. Listen to that again. Knowledge without action is useless. You might have a to-do list that you know you must complete today, but instead you are watching this video. So once again, avoid action faking. As soon this video finishes, simply start on the projects you have told yourself to complete. Any action or expenditure that doesn't move you closer to the critical path is most likely action faking, and the worst form of procrastination, because it doesn't make you feel guilty by the end of it. If anything, it makes you feel as if you have already achieved something great, and lowers your chance of completing the actual task. Number 3. Understand that everyone has a different routine, and there is no one single recipe to success. This ties back into tip number 1 that we discussed. There is no magic pill. Everyone has a different method of working. And what's more, is that everyone is at a different chapter in their life. There's a saying to never compare your chapter 1 in life to chapter 20 of someone else's life. Instead of becoming a die-hard fan of a specific person and trying to replicate everything they do, start by fixing the basics. And that comes down to 2 things. Number 1, commit to something. And number 2, do it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Remember, no one can help you build willpower. No routine is the magic routing that will help you succeed. This is why many men try one routine for a couple of days and quickly fall off, because they don't have the ground principles in place. Then they try to justify their failure by trying another routine. So remember, brothers, just do it. Think about children as they come of age. Most of them have no problem going to sleep on time and waking up on time, especially if they come from a virtuous family. usually in Asian countries. You will find them very disciplined. You will notice they do the chores, they do their assignments on time and so on. Tell me, what's their secret? Do you think they spend hours watching self-improvement videos? No. It's a simple matter of knowing what you have to do, and just doing it. That's it. So remember, brothers, knowledge without action is useless. You want to keep these both in equilibrium. The more you learn, the more you want to be putting it into practice. Never let your life slide too far into one side that you neglect knowledge or action altogether. By the way, don't forget to show some love. Tap that subscribe button and hit like for the algorithm. To see the next best way to level up as a man, watch these videos here.